behind, but with the weather the way it is, we wanted to give a little bit of space. So thank you for braving the weather and coming here. This is definitely a full house, which is a good thing. My name is Eric Shuey. I'm the Executive Director for Secondary Schools with Southwestern City Schools, and I kind of oversee the whole College Credit Plus initiative and law and coursework and programming for the district. So I'm excited to present this to you. Some of you might have heard this information before. Some of you, this might be the first time hearing it. You have a lot of information in those email folders that were handed out. Make sure to go through those. If at any point you just start getting overwhelmed with the information or have extra questions or questions that have not been answered, that's why we have people here from the Ohio University, the Ohio State University, and from Columbus State Community College, as well as myself, school counselors and administrators. So we have plenty of people here that after all said and done, you have questions, please feel free to ask your questions. We did something a little different this year than last year. What we're going to do is we're going to present the umbrella of College Credit Plus. What is it? What does it mean? And then we're going to have breakout sessions. So Ohio Dominican is going to be in a space. So if you know you want to take courses through Ohio Dominican, you can go speak with them about the courses and programs they offer. The Ohio State University is also going to be in a location. So if you know that that's kind of what your student or you want to do, you'll go into that space. And then there's Columbus State Community College, who's going to be with the Accelerated Learning Center, because there are partners for that program, or there's 3 programs. So Mr. O'Shea will direct you to that after this presentation's done. You split off and you go to where you want to get the information. So if you know kind of where you're headed or the direction you want to go, you have the ability to make the decision to do that. I think that's it. So I'm going to turn it over to Brian O'Shea.
So our purpose for this first part of the presentation is to give you an overview of what the College Credit Plus program is, what options are out there for students, and then let you go to the breakout sessions. They will repeat, so you will be able to see 2 different breakout sessions after this part of the presentation. As we look at College Credit Plus and what it is, it's a series of legislation that requires schools and institutions of higher education to partner with each other and provide students the opportunity, if they show they are college ready, to take college coursework while they are in high school. And that is an exciting opportunity for our students. We have a variety of partnerships and programs in place to do that. But College Credit Plus replaced the old post-secondary options program. If you remember the PSEO acronym, it is a larger umbrella that covers courses at the high schools, at the colleges, or even online. The biggest thing is students have to be identified as college ready. That is ultimately up to the colleges to explain what their requirements for college readiness are. Any student in grades 7 through 12 can participate in the College Credit Plus program if they meet the requirements. There are a variety of course options to do that with. Big differentiation between the different universities. Public universities are required to provide the College Credit Plus program free of charge. Private universities may include a charge for some courses, but those costs are capped and they are significantly lower than what a traditional class on their campus would be. College readiness is determined by the college. Some colleges require ACT scores and that college readiness benchmark. Others require other placement testing, such as Columbus State's Compass testing, and I know a lot of our students have already completed Compass testing or have started to obtain their Cougar IDs and turn those in to their counselor, to their teachers, so that we can get them scheduled for testing. So it is different per university what those requirements may be, and that's partly the purpose of the breakout sessions, so they can explain their requirements for college readiness and what a student has to do before entering the college coursework. First step is to get admitted into the colleges. Fill out an application, meet the requirements, and get admitted to the CCP program. For example, Columbus State, where a lot of our programs are through, that is a streamlined College Credit Plus application, and that's kind of the approach all the colleges have taken. Instead of requiring detailed transcripts and requiring the information that maybe seniors you have or have to fill out, it is a smaller application that just gets the important pieces that a high school student would know and already have in order to meet those college requirements. After they get accepted into the program, then they have to make sure they have all placement requirements. Those placements, even within a college, vary from program to program. Our ALC programs, for example, each of the 3 programs has different requirements because of the course offerings. Those course offerings are really what drives the placement requirements. Students can choose what courses they take depending upon the path they take. So for our Accelerated Learning Center, there's 3 pathways that each have a set of courses. For our dual enrollment programs, those are courses offered at the high school in specific courses. And then there's the option to take classes either online or on the college campus. The important thing is they have to apply towards a degree or towards a workplace certification and grant college credit. Remedial courses would not count for that, but other college courses, whether it's geography, political science, math, biology, there's a variety of choices for students. So depending upon the pathway they take, there are different options, and that's the great part of it, is that the traditional path of taking college courses on the college campus is not the only pathway that students can choose from. So it's up to the student. What are their goals? What do they want to do upon leaving high school, or think they want to do, because that may change. Once they explore those options, they can choose a pathway that works best for them. Students can earn up to 30 credit hours per year. This year, for the first time, students can take courses under the College Credit Plus umbrella in the summer. Those summer courses would count towards the 30 maximum total credits over the course of the calendar year. Students have to check with their school counselor to find out specifically how many credits they can take, because it is based on how many high school classes they are also taking. Over the course of a high school career, students can take up to 120 credit hours, 30 a year for 4 years. In order to calculate how many courses or course credits students can take, what the counselors will look at is take that maximum number of 30 and subtract 3 credits for every high school class they are taking. So if they're taking 5 high school classes, that's 15 hours. The maximum they can take is 15 hours. And so it varies from student to student. It varies from what classes they're taking, whether they're semester or full year classes. It is very individualized. And that's why, as part of the process of filling out the College Credit Plus paperwork, they check in with the counselor, find out how many credit hours they can take, but it is take the number of classes times 3, subtract it from 30, and that's their maximum eligibility under the program. Summer enrollment, which we won't get into detail tonight, but summer enrollment for College Credit Plus is ongoing now. I was speaking with someone from Columbus State today, and they started their summer information February 15th. So if it is something that your student would be interested in doing, that would be something to contact the college for right away, because that enrollment process is ongoing. When we look at how those grading credits transfer into the high school transcript, they go as part of the first term of next school year. So once our school year is over this year, for the 15-16 year, anything taken in the summer does count towards 16-17. That includes even colleges who start their summer session in May before we get out. So it's just something to keep in mind. It's not tacked on to this school year. It's not part of the 30 hours from this school year. It does count towards What students have to look for are what are their academic goals? What do they want to do not only while they're in high school, what programs do they want to participate in, but what are their goals upon leaving? And those pathways they choose, they have options based on what their specific goals are. So it's a discussion to have with your student, it's a discussion to have with your student's school counselor. What do they want to do? Where do they want to go? What options do they want to exercise to get there? Different colleges offer different programs, offer different scenarios. The advisors that colleges provide are another great opportunity to select courses, to select pathways to fit under College Credit Plus. In terms of calculating how many high school credits they get for a class, any class that has at least 3 semester hours counts as 1 credit. It can be 5 hours, it can be 6 hours, it can be more, but it's still only 1 high school credit. Under 3 hours, it is then based on thirds of a credit. So a 1 hour class is 1/3 of a high school credit. A 2 semester hour class would be 2/3 of a semester, or 2/3 of a high school credit. You may be more used to PE's a quarter credit, semester credit, or a full year. There are now 1/3 and 2/3 credit courses because of the College Credit Plus program. College Credit Plus classes can be used to meet high school graduation requirements. They can be used to begin college work early. They can also be used to just explore. The College Credit Plus umbrella allows students to take courses regardless of why they want to take them. So if they want to take a science class that'll meet that advanced science requirement, they're absolutely allowed to. If they want to take something we completely don't offer, a student last semester took stars and galaxies. We don't have that. We don't have an astronomy course. College Credit Plus provides that opportunity. Or if they want to move beyond, say they've taken AP Calculus, they've taken AP Government, and want to look into those now advanced classes, Calc 2, Calc 3, Political Science, that is another pathway they can take. So it's not the historical view you might be thinking of they have to exhaust the curriculum. No, they can replace the curriculum. They can take courses in conjunction with the curriculum through College Credit Plus. If the student takes coursework through a public university, the public university is required to provide those books without an additional cost. The fees that a private university may charge can include those books as part of that fee. So again, the difference between public and private comes down to, are those fees included? If a student would take coursework down on a campus, parking expenses are a student's responsibility. Their high school parking pass will not cover them down there. That would be between them and the university to set up. In addition, if there are fees that the college charges for non-instructional things, such as the use of a recreation center, those can be passed along to the student as well. One thing about the college coursework, it is not our deadlines. It is not high school deadlines. It is what the college sets out as their requirements for dropping a course, for getting a grade. And a very, very important thing, starting with next school year, is if a student fails a college course or withdraws from the college course after the 14th day, which is their deadline for dropping the class, the student may be responsible for paying it. And so ultimately that cost would fall to you. If they pass the class, they stay in the class, that cost would not be passed on to you, but it is something to keep in mind. That deadline is also a set in stone kind of thing. We can't ask them nicely to change it. We can't plead with them. It is in the law, 14 days after the class starts, the student would be fiscally responsible and may receive an F for the class. So it's something to think about when choosing courses or choosing continuing courses. The law that established CCP requires high schools to provide the same weight to a CCP course as they do for any AP or advanced honors course. So when choosing between what weighted grade there is, it is the exact same add-on weight that our AP courses already receive for every CCP class that the students take. Any coursework that they take is applied to high school graduation requirements, so if it is a lab science, it meets the lab science requirement. If it's a fourth math, it meets the fourth math requirement. There isn't a, well, it's a high school course, and so, or it's a college course instead of a high school course, we can count it. No, the courses they take, as long as they align with what the requirement sets out, can count for every graduation requirement that we have. In your packet, one of the forms says right at the top, intent to participate. That form is what starts the College Credit Plus rolling forward. Students have to turn in their intent to participate forms to their school counseling office every year. So if your student participated in College Credit Plus last year, and you're looking at the form going, I filled this out already, we do have to have it filled out again, you do have to submit it again. Everyone's folder should have one. If you don't have one or lose it and need another one, please just contact your school counseling office and you will be able to get another one. We have plenty. Those do need to be submitted at the beginning of April so that we have everything we need to complete the rest of the process. If your student is looking to take on-campus or online courses that aren't part of the ALC or part of the dual enrollment courses, it is very important that they work with their school administrator, they work with their counselor, because that coursework has to be reported on their schedule now. In the past, it just shows up as CCP or even just parent dismissal. It does have to be on there like all their other classes. So if you have a student that's looking to go down to Ohio State, down to Columbus State to take coursework, please, 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 when they look to schedule their courses, even in the summer, have them get in contact with the school so that we can help with that process and make sure they're meeting all the requirements, because that coursework does have to be approved before they select it. If they select coursework without consulting the school, without getting it set up, that responsibility can then fall back on your family to pay for that, and we wouldn't want that to happen. So that is just specific to the on-campus or online courses that aren't through our pathways, but if that is something your student wants to explore, please let your counselor know ahead of time, let one of your administrators know so that we can help you through that process. The Ohio Higher Ed website has its entire section dedicated to College Credit Plus. It includes multiple resources for students and families specifically, frequently asked questions, background information. It has the full text of the CCP law if you'd like to read it. That information is at the website here, ohiohighered.org/CCP. It is a great resource. We have a large amount of information in the folders, but if there are things that you walk away tonight unsure of or want to read more into about College Credit Plus, it is a great resource designed for both schools and for families to reference. For the breakout sessions tonight, 3 sets of breakout sessions. Ohio Dominican University is in room 105. For those of you unfamiliar with Grove City, it is down the hall here as you walk out of the gym. There's a hall straight ahead of us. It'll be the first room on the right. Ohio State is in room 202, and if you exit the gym to the left and go down the back hallway, it's the first room on the left. And then the presentation for the Accelerated Learning Center and for Columbus State will be in the auditorium. That'll be out of the gym here, straight ahead of you through either set of doors. As I said, all breakout sessions will run twice, so that way if you want to see 2 different sessions, you can. It doesn't matter what order you go to them in, but we will have that information twice. The presentations will also be recorded and uploaded online, so if you want to see all 3 of them, you can get that information afterward.
Okay, so that was a lot. Probably clear as mud for many of you. This presentation will be on every school website, and we'll also have it on the district website, so if you need to refer back to it, you can do that. I did want to go back to reiterate, College Credit Plus, what people need to understand and fully understand is that this is college. So while they might take a course potentially here at the high school, It is taught by either a professor or an adjunct. So there's FERPA laws in place where it's not the same. You can't just talk to the college professor. They're not going to talk to you, most likely. If it's our teacher, we can work around that. This is college, and I think the students need to understand that too. Remember, College Credit Plus, they can take it because we offer courses in the comprehensive high schools. We have a couple dual credit, chemistry, physics. We have some American history, some anatomy, physiology. Every high school offers something a little different based on teacher credentialing. We also have under College Credit Plus the ALC, which is housed at Central Crossing, which we'll talk about over there. We also then have the College Credit Plus where you can actually go onto a college campus. So it's important to understand College Credit Plus is the umbrella. All dual credit falls under that. And if you are taking a course, this has not happened in the past, but if you are taking a course on a college campus on that intent to participate form, you have to make sure you're checking that box to say this is going to be on college campus. That's what I'm looking to do. And that course has to be approved by the counselor or administrator at the home high school before it's okay to actually take that course, because we have to review those courses. If you take a course that we do not know about on a college campus, you will be responsible for that payment. So that is important. We have to approve that because we need to put it on your students' roster and schedule and make sure there's rules around secular, non-secular, the types of courses you can take. So we have to approve those courses first. That's if you're going to go onto a college campus to do that. So just be aware that that's an important step and it's new. So we just wanted to reiterate that. I still think we should call it college credit minus, because you're getting college credit minus the cost. And I say this semi-jokingly, but the reality is this. You have the ability through this to walk out of high school with 120 by the law college credits that is absolutely free. I don't know about you, but I know what my college debt was, or what I said was, and will be. So the reality is we have programs where you're going to walk out with an associate with credentials for industry, directly aligned to business and a career, general requirements for any college program you want to go into. And we pay for the textbooks, we pay for the courses. The student's job is to pass the courses, okay, and to stay in the courses. So understand that decisions have to be made during this time. Some of the decisions have to be made are we going to do this, or are we going to do the singleton course like an AP course or band? You can go to band, understand that, but there's things like show choir, or there's some things that you just can't do everything. So choices will have to be made, and we do the scheduling the best we can to accommodate the most students. So understand, because there's an AM, PM, a lot of people also want to take the classes that still have lockout. Well, you have to make a choice because you can't do both. So you can either take the last 2 periods off, or you can knock out about $5,000 worth of college for free. These are the choices that you as a parent should probably help the student make. And some of the students, that decision will be made for you. Sorry about your lockout, some of you. But that's the reality. So thank you. We're going to do our breakout session.